So I want to share with you about something I learned over the weekend, and it's very important. I like all of you to pay attention, okay? Because it could be life-changing for you if you choose to. Over the weekend, I spent quite a number of hours covering the video, the recording from the 5-day 1K challenge, YouTube challenge. It's by Sean Cannell. And if you search on YouTube, if you search Think Media, then you will find Think Media. You'll find Sean Cannell. I somehow over I think Friday or Saturday, it came through to my YouTube, and then I just opened one of his videos, and I saw there was a 5-day challenge, and I just say, okay, let me just join this. And then by the time I joined, I realized it's already like happened over the last week. So it happened last Monday to Friday, but I ended up watching all the 5 days recordings over the weekend. So it didn't do too much too well for my marital relationship because I just ignored Sulaine. I was just watching the videos, but I want to share this very important message to all of you. But I learned so much. I must say that. Yeah, I've been a YouTuber for 6 months. So if I look at my journey from the end of January to now, it's 6 months as a YouTuber. Some of you have done some learning and Daberistic, thanks very much. I think a few months ago you shared about YouTube presentation, and I think that I think that very soon, I think by the end of this year or early next year, I probably will be in a situation to monetize my channel. I already getting to about 200 subscribers on the Chinese channel. But I think that the lesson I want to share with you, all of you, is that it's never too late to start a channel on YouTube, okay? You might say that, sure, there's so many hours, so many people that sharing stuff on YouTube. It will be too late for me to do it now. But the lesson I learned is that it's actually now is the best time to start your YouTube channel. You might have different interests. You don't have to start your channel on what to do. You might be passionate about charity work. You might be passionate like Sudan about baking. You can start your channel about baking. Okay, you want to whatever you want, gardening or whatever. All right. And over the last weekend, the last 2 days, what I learned is that there's just so many people doing their own things on YouTube. There's a musician, and he only started kind of learning and being on the academy for 6 months. And already he's like making like $3,000 or $5,000 a month, and then able to change his life and then change his mom's life for the better. And so it's never too late, okay? Whatever your interest, and there's someone who is in a DIY space, construction, and he's actually a full-time YouTuber, and he's just doing the YouTube. And there's one Andrew too, and he's just a dad, and he's talking about like baby products, reviewing baby products, strollers, and all that. And now he's also making good money from YouTube as a YouTuber. So I'd like to encourage all of you to really think about it. Okay, so even if you get to one day, if you get to a place where you get $1,000 extra income a month, can that help you? $1,000 is 15,000 rand. Being a YouTuber, what I learned is that it's a lot of hard work. So it means that you need to spend 5 hours, 10 hours a week. To do that, to create the content, and what I learned also over the weekend is that start messy, okay? So you don't be a what they call it, procrastinating perfectionist. Don't think you have to be perfect. All these the wonderful YouTubers, they share their first video. It looks so bad compared to my first video. So I think that I'm very encouraged by what I did. So I think it's an important thing is that don't think that you have to be perfect. Okay, that Sean Cannell, when he shared his first video as a youth ministry at his church, and then the first video he did, and then he was saying, so he's Sean, and he's not very energetic. He's not trying to be entertaining. That's his first video. and the lighting was looking so bad. Nothing like what I'm showing you now. I'm not having the best lighting, but actually I have my YouTube lighting here because I'm preparing for my my video with Edmund, and I have my my microphone here. But start, with your smartphone, you can start YouTube channel. All right. If you have a Android phone, if you have a Huawei phone, or your whatever phone, being able to record video and upload video, there we go. And just to share with you stats, they said on average, a YouTuber would need to have uploaded 152 videos before they get their 1,000 subscribers. Okay, so the number is the game. The number is the game. Okay, if until I have got to 152 videos, I have no reason to complain. Say I haven't got to 1,000 subscribers. So I'm on the Chinese channel. I'm already maybe on the 30s or 40s. But you can see, I started to see something happening, okay, guys? So there's one musician, she shared that when she uploaded her first video, she got 1 view. And that's what her checking her video to see how it looks. So, so it all starts somewhere, all right? But until you've done that, and they keep talking about press record, okay? Until you do that and then upload your first video, all right? You're just thinking about it, but nothing happens. So I just encourage all of you, okay? And if I think about the power of YouTubing, that's really powerful. You could have uploaded a video. You don't know when it's going to go viral, okay? But sometime in the future, it will bring you income, even when you're sleeping. Even when you are still not working. Why? Because that video somehow is generating income for you. And that's very powerful. So think about it. If you create a video now, and in 5 years' time, that video go to 1 million views, okay? And that starts to monetize or whatever, all right? Even when you're not working, if you're sleeping, and someone somewhere in the world is watching that video, and it generating income for you. Isn't that amazing? Okay, you just need to think about something you're passionate about, and that has an interest for people around the world. Okay, and then that's could be something a very powerful idea. So I just want to share with you 5 things I learned, and I just want to summarize. So over the weekend, I spent more than 10 hours listening and watching and following and all that. But I summarized for you. So essentially, instead of you having to watch all that 10 hours, I summarized for you in five ways. Okay, they say that to create your channel and then to be successful in terms of those videos, there are 5 things, 5 strategies. The number 1 is ASQ. ASQ. That means asking specific question. Asking specific question. So what does it mean? Is that it means, for example, the title is how to, all right? How to draw a nail into the wall, for example, okay? How to buy life insurance. That's a how to or something step by step, okay? And so this is the ASQ category strategy, all right? Number 2 is what they call TSS, teach specific skill. Teach specific skill. So for example, Sulan's got, she's passionate about baking, and then she's very good at making whatever, noodle or things like that, or cake. And then so she can teach specific skill. All right, she can say, I make 微风蛋糕. Okay, so that's very specific. It's not just I make 蛋糕, but I make 微风蛋糕. Okay, very specific skill. Okay, 戚风蛋糕. So sorry, yeah, you can see that's why I'm not in baking. Okay, so okay, so I see all the Chinese people laughing here. But teach specific skill. Okay, if you have specific skill, I mean, many of you here, you can teach language. You speak Zulu, Xhosa, or whatever. You can teach that. All right, teach specific skill, TSS. All right, think about what skills you have. You can learn something and you can share what you have learned. And if you watch my video last Saturday, and the one I'm going to publish about my day of work, then essentially I learned something. I just share something. All right, it's nothing, not rocket science here. So that's what you can do. Think about what you're passionate about. Think about something what you can do sustainably, and then maybe you can create a channel around that. So teach specific skill. And the third is review specific product. So that's third strategy is RSP. RSP, review specific product. So that's what a lot of YouTubers they do. They review like tech gadgets. They review like the DIY people. They review maybe the power tools and all that. And then they actually create a channel. Or for example, the moms and for example, okay, so maybe you have baby product. You can review baby products, things like that. So things like that, depending on the stage you go through and what you do, you can share that. Okay, so review specific product. That's can be useful. And in our line of work, certainly we can say, what about we review? We look at Discovery Life, we review Discovery Health, or review certain option, global education product, or sometime versus. One of the strategy also they talk about is like versus. So you can pitch this product against that product and talk about it. So that's a third strategy. Okay. The fourth one is they call it surfing. They call it trend surfing. So trend surfing is that what's really happening in your line of work, or maybe in your country, or what's the trend? Okay, what's people saying about things on social media and things like that. For example, in South Africa, certainly very topical at the moment will be about the riot and looting still, and claiming, and also following the president's speech last night. How can we surf that trend? Okay, so they talk about you don't want to miss the wave. Okay, and then rather you want to catch the wave when it happens. You don't want to talk about it like a month later when no one is actually the trend is like wave is died. Then it's not going to be powerful. And that's why if you think about our business, that's why in September, October, November of the year, we always talk about medical aid, because that's the riding the wave. We know people are starting to interest about all the medical update and the cost and the increasing, and that they want to look at what's changed, what's going to be the best for next year. And then we want to ride the trend, ride the wave when it happens. Okay, and that's very important. So it's about trend surfing. They talk about trend surfing. So think about what's depending on what you're passionate about and what's happening, and you need to talk about it. For example, let's just use an example of gardening. You don't want to talk about like autumn flowers now, because we are going into spring. So if you are really passionate about gardening and that's your game, you want to talk about spring flowers. You want to talk about landscaping for spring. You know how to look great for when you have when spring comes, that your garden is going to look wonderful. That's about riding the wave and then knowing the trend and what's happening with the season in gardening and all that. So that's about trend surfing. All right. The next one is influence surfing. Okay, influence surfing. So what when we talk about influence, we talk about celebrity. We talk about people well known. So not many people know about Kevin Ye. All right. So I'm still very, like a low key person. But let's say, for example, you want to leverage on well known people like Elon Musk or like Robert Kiyosaki or President Ramaphosa, when you're producing a video or something that's very topical, or maybe about well-known business. So for example, if we talk about Discovery Bank or whatever, something that you want to leverage on that, so that people say, oh, okay, this person is speaking about Ramaphosa's speech last night. Let me see what she says or he says. So it's about leverage on the kind of a public figures or the celebrity, so that there is more interest, or like in terms of the YouTube Google algorithm, it's going to kind of show up your video. So these are the 5 things I learned, which I thought that's quite useful. And I think that I already use some of these. For example, like I talk about Bitcoin, that's essentially trend surfing, and also answer specific question, because it was actually a client of mine asking, so Kevin, what do you think about Bitcoin? So I answered specific question. So that's very important in creating a successful channel and having a successful strategy. I hope that some of you will be inspired by what I said. Think about it. In 10 years' time, you could be saying to me, Kevin, I already make so much money from YouTube. I don't want to work anymore. Good luck to you. Yeah, yeah, that could happen. All right, but it's a lot of hard work. I just need to say to all of you, it's not like a make money, become rich scheme. It's never that way. If you look at, there's a lot of successful YouTubers, but if you look at their track record, some of them made 1,000 videos, have made 1,000 videos. Okay, so hard work, but start messy. Don't worry about how you look, what you say, whether you look stupid. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. They say that don't care about what other people say. Other people don't care, really. People don't care what you say, how you look, But the stats, they say that 70% of YouTube users, they're looking for answers to their problem. Think about that. 70% of YouTube users, they're looking for answers or information to their problem. Okay. It's not just for gaming or entertainers. That's powerful. So think about it, and you are going to, I hope you're going to reap the power of YouTube. This is really it's come of age, I would say, for all of us.